Hi guys, welcome to our music and arts review. So let's start first some music. Dynamics, the loudness and softness in music. The volume of a note or sound in music is called dynamics. Remember the meaning? It describes how loud or how quiet the music is. Remember the meaning of dynamics. Dynamics is the component of music that tells how a song is to be sung or played. Music writers or composers use dynamics to clearly bring out the feelings and emotions of a song. This is the reason why a lullaby, which is a song to put a baby to sleep, is sung softly. In the same manner, a birthday song, which is a song for celebration, is sung loudly. So now let's go to we're done with our dynamics. Let's go to texture. For this one, you need to remember the meaning, the dynamics meaning, and loud and soft na sound. Okay? Merong mga nilagay si Teacher Bell kung you will identify if it is a loud or soft sound. Next, texture, thinness, and thickness of music. So, a music has a thin layer of sound when a person sings alone or uses one instrument. If it is alone or uses one instrument. If it a thick layer is a music has a thick layer of sound if the song is sung in two or more parts using two or more instruments. And remember also the meaning of thin and thick layer. So let's review. Thick or thin? Okay. Thick or thin? Say your answer. Correct. This one is a thin texture. What about this? Thick or thin? Ready? Say your answer. Correct. It's thick texture. Next, thin or thick? Ready? Say your answer. Correct. This one is thin texture. Next one. Thin or thick? Say it. Correct. This one is a thick texture. Now let's go to our single and melodic lines or simultaneous occurrence of multiple melodic lines. So in our thin and thin, like this, okay, you will identify if it is a thin or thick texture. Single melodic lines, remember the meaning, are melodies sung with no accompaniment. They are simplest melodies. They may be sung by one person or by many at the same time. Single melodic produce thin sounds. The examples of single melodic lines are magtanim ay bibiro, atin ko pusing sing, sitsiritsit, and tinikling. Remember the examples of single melodic lines. Now let's go to round song. What is a round song? This is a piece of music in which one group first sing and then sings a line or several lines of the song, and then while the first group is still singing, when it's another group joins and starts singing, not on the first sing and start singing the first line, not you are not going to join yung first group na song. Mag-start kayo sa first line. They continue singing together until the song ends. Round songs are melodies sung repeatedly by groups and sung at different intervals. Okay? So, these are the songs that you can sing sa pag ng round song. Are You Sleeping, Brother John? Row, Row Your Boat, Three Blind Mice, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and Scotland Burning. So multiple melodic lines are two or more melodies that are sung or played together. They could also be melodies sung with accompaniment. Multiple melodic lines produce thick sounds. Round songs are songs that have multiple musical lines. So the examples of round songs are the same with our multiple melodic lines. Why? Because round songs are songs that have multiple melodic lines. They are, remember, Merrily We Roll, Are You Sleeping, Brother John, Row, Row Your Boat, Three Blind Mice, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and Scotland Burning. Okay po? Now, that's all for our music. Let's go to our arts. Three-dimensional artworks involve all the elements of design, which are also used in two-dimensional artwork. They also apply other principles of design such as balance and proportion. So balance refers to visual balance and actual physical ability to remain upright and standing. Okay, that's the balance. So this one is a balanced sculpture, is sturdy and strong and is not in danger of falling. While some sculptures may appear unbalanced, okay, like this, as if it might fall over. This is the design of this sculpture to add visual interest and excitement to the artworks. So what is proportion? Proportion refers to the relative sizes of parts of a whole. In a 3D artwork, the size of each part must relate to the size of another part in order to maintain the balance and unity. You use proportion to emphasize balance in your 3D artwork. So like this one, Sandugo Blood Compact in the Blood Compact Shrine in Bohol by Napoleon Cabueva. The Transfiguration by Napoleon Cabueva also. And there is no limit on the size of sculpture, okay, that you like to make. If it is small or big, no limit of size. Okay, you can use different materials like clay, wood, found objects, recycled objects, wire, metal, and bamboo. So we have the three types of sculpture. The first one is a freestanding sculpture. Remember this, the meaning is also known as sculptures in the round. It stands alone and is not attached to any surface. You can view this type of sculpture from different sides and angles. So this is the example of freestanding sculpture, the Gomburza at Fort Santiago, Manila. Second type is the assemblage sculpture. This one is a freestanding like 3D artwork made by putting together found objects. Assemblage is a sculpture technique wherein you use a group of unrelated and often discarded objects and make them into a unified whole. So this one is an example of assemblage sculpture. You use mga found objects. Okay? Next, number 3, the last one is a relief structure. This is a form of picture that projects out from a flat surface, and the design of this kind of 3D artwork remains attached to a background and usually a stone or wood. Okay, this is the example of relief structure. This, you can find this in Luneta Park. This is a river relief structure at Luneta Park. Now let's go to different ways of creating sculpture. There are 4 ways. Remember, the first one is modeling. You are working of plastic or flexible materials by hand, okay, and form a shape. You are using clay and wax are the most common modeling material. So modeling, you use your hand, and clay and wax are the most common modeling materials. So like this one. Next is carving. What's carving? Carving is shaping by cutting hard materials like wood or stone using tools like chisel and axe. So this is the example of carving. So this one is a wood carving. Next, construction involves putting together. It's like this one is the assemblage, okay? There, okay? Putting things together. Construction. Next is casting. For casting, you need a molder, okay? It uses a molder with hollow space inside. So like this. Now, kites and boats. So remember yung mga meaning ha, naka-multiple choice po tayo dyan sa mga types of sculptures and yung mga different ways to create sculptures. For this one, kites and boats, true or false? Okay, and some are in multiple choice. Kite flying and kite making have been part of the Philippine culture for hundreds of years. So kite flying festival is held yearly. Where? Yearly here in the Philippines, where? In Clark Freeport Zone in Pampanga. Okay. Today, most kites are flown for recreational activities. Sports kites are flown for competition. Okay, the kites that are flown for competition, we call it sports kites. While the power kites are designed for power activities like surfing and land boarding. Now let's go to boats. Boats, colorful boats are also known as bangka, are means of transportation in the Philippines. Facts about bangkas, they come in different sizes. Boats may be motorized or simply driven by a person using paddles. Boats are not just by tourists. They use it for local activities such as fishing and transporting ng mga products and transporting ng mga people. Traditionally painted in bright colors. So this one is an example of boat or bangka. Now, paper mache. A paper mache is an artwork using paper that are stuck together or onto objects using wet paste like gaugao paste. Okay po? So, remember the meaning of paper mache. I think it's in multiple choice. So, these one are the examples of paper mache. Okay, next, there are some famous places in the country that are famous for paper mache products. The town of Paete, Laguna, and some nearby places. Local craftsmen are known for creating taka of different animals. A taka is the Filipino version of a horse piñata, which originated from Paete, Laguna. Takas are usually painted with primary colors. So remember yung mga information here. I think it's in multiple choice and also true or false. The traditional common subjects of Taka include animals like horse, chicken, carabao, and maiden. But because of the commercial demand here and abroad, subjects of the Bangka have expanded to toys, of Taka have expanded to toys, Christmas decorations, Santa Claus, reindeers, giraffes, and others. So the information here, remember, dito sa ating the one that I'm gonna read, it's included in our exam. Okay po? It's either in multiple choice or true or false. Another place in the Philippines that is famous for paper mache is Angono, Rizal. Remember, Angono, Rizal. This place is famous for its paper mache mask. It is called Land of Paper Mache Giants. And every year, this place parades beautiful and unique giant figures made of paper mache in the festival, Gigantes Festival, which is usually held in the month of November. Remember all the information here. Okay, proportion and balance are very much observed in making paper mache crafts. This is to make sure that the finished product can stand upright and beautiful. So that's all everyone and see you tomorrow. Bye!